I was 38 when I had the rudest wake-up call of my life. Picture this. I'm standing in my bathroom, hair sticking out like a lion, eyes half closed, pajamas barely hanging on my shoulder. I lean into the mirror and I swear my face looked like I hadn't slept in 3 years. And honestly, I probably hadn't. The first words out of my mouth were, "Oh, no, 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 this cannot be my face today." I pressed my fingers into my cheeks like maybe I could massage life back into them. Didn't work. I pulled the skin under my eyes back a little, like some DIY facelift. Looked better, until I let go and everything just drooped again. If you've ever done that, admit it in the comments right now. Don't leave me hanging. I felt old, and not like wise grandmother old. More like, have I aged 10 years overnight kind of old? Now, let me be honest. I wasn't careless with my skin. Oh no, I was that girl with the shelf that looked like Sephora threw up on it. Serums, toners, night creams, snail mucin. If TikTok said it glowed, I bought it. My bathroom looked like a skincare museum. But none of it was working. At least not in the way I hoped. My skin was dull, uneven, and those little fine lines on my forehead, let's just say they were starting to RSVP to the party permanently. That morning, I sat down on the couch, hair still crazy, and started scrolling through my phone. You know that half-dead scroll you do where you're not even awake yet? That was me. And then I stumbled across this tiny little post in a forum. Not a glossy influencer, not some dermatologist with 3 million followers, just a random woman saying, the only thing that finally made my skin glow was one simple morning habit. I laughed out loud, like a full ha. My cat even jumped off the couch. Another internet trick, right? But for some reason, I couldn't stop thinking about it. So the next morning, I tried it. And let me tell you what happened. But first, let me back up a little. Because my relationship with my skin, complicated. In my 20s, I thought I was invincible. I could eat pizza at midnight, sleep in my makeup, wash my face with body soap, and still wake up looking decent. Life was good. But then my 30s rolled around, and suddenly my skin was like, sweetheart, playtime's over. Suddenly, stress left actual evidence on my face. Lack of sleep showed up like a crime scene. And by 38, girl, I felt like my reflection was roasting me every morning. So, yeah, I was desperate. Which is why the next morning, before I even reached for my coffee, I did the thing. The silly little habit. I filled a big glass with water and drank it slowly. That was it. Just water. I actually laughed while drinking it, thinking, this is ridiculous. Imagine if this works. But here's the thing. That one glass changed me. Not overnight, of course. I didn't suddenly turn into a dewy skin goddess. But even that first morning, I felt different, refreshed. Like my body had been waiting for me to just care. 1 week in, my face wasn't as puffy. 2 weeks, my skin tone looked more even. A month later, people were literally asking me at work, "What new cream are you using? You're glowing." And I wanted to laugh because my $80 serum hadn't done that. Water did. Now, don't roll your eyes yet, because I know it sounds too simple. But let's talk science real quick. When you drink water first thing in the morning, you're rehydrating your body after hours of sleep. Your cells, including your skin cells, plump up. Your body flushes toxins, your digestion wakes up, and your stress hormone, cortisol, actually lowers. And if you know what cortisol does, it's basically the villain of skin aging. It breaks down collagen. So yeah, that plain glass of water? Low-key anti-aging. And here's where it gets emotional for me. Because it wasn't just water. It was what the habit meant. For once, I wasn't rushing. I wasn't covering up with makeup before I even blinked. I wasn't choosing caffeine over care. That glass of water was me saying, I come first. My body matters. And from there, everything changed. I started stretching for 5 minutes after. I started actually enjoying my skincare routine, not just slapping it on while late for work. And you know what? My products finally started to work better because hydrated skin can actually absorb them. Who knew? 3 months later, I stood in front of that same mirror, same terrible yellow light, and I smiled. Not because my skin was flawless. It wasn't. But because it was mine, and it looked alive again. And I felt alive again. And you know what I did? I literally laughed out loud, threw my hands in the air, and said, all this time and water was the secret weapon? If you've ever had a moment like that, where something so simple changed everything, drop it in the comments, because honestly, your story might help someone else. Now, I won't lie to you. There were mornings I forgot. There were days I wanted to dive face first into coffee instead. And once, I even tried to cheat by drinking soda first. Big mistake. My stomach said no, and my skin definitely said no. But consistency, that's where the magic is. That habit taught me that beauty isn't about chasing miracles. It's about small human choices that build up over time. So here's my advice. From one tired, overthinking 38-year-old woman to you. Tomorrow morning, before the chaos starts, just do one small thing for yourself. Drink the water. Take the breath. Smile at your reflection. It might feel silly at first. You might even laugh at yourself like I did. But give it time. Because one morning, weeks from now, you'll look in the mirror, and instead of sighing, you'll smile. And that smile, that's when you'll know your skin, and maybe your life, finally started to glow again. Now, tell me in the comments, what's your one morning habit that makes you feel alive?